Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. Welcome to another pick a card reading with me. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate the support and sending the love right back to you. And definitely hoping to send the love to you through this reading we're doing. So today we're doing a reading on divine love messages. Now, so I thought divine love, obviously, that would be a better place to approach it from because we get some of those romantic messages and those are cool too. But it's time for us to level up into our divine love. Like, don't just ask for the first course, right? Ask for the whole 5-course meal. Don't just ask for a snack, ask for the whole meal. I think that's the saying. That's what we're here to do. We're asking for the whole meal in this reading. So today I have 3 channeled song messages that want to come through to you. And then we're going to pull some cards. I will meditate and see whatever beautiful divine love messages that are meant to come to you in this reading. All right, let's just go ahead and get started with introducing the groups. So yeah, typically I do images. I might actually create like some fun images for each of the groups connected to your message. And I already know the songs. So I'm going to just, if I do create it, I will flash them up. Hi, beautiful souls. Before we continue with the reading, I just want to let you guys know, for those of you who aren't aware or who haven't heard, I have officially started my next YouTube channel venture. So on this YouTube channel, I will be doing my Soul Awakening podcast, where I talk about ways you can embrace more of your empowerment and step into that inner teacher in you. And I'll be sharing some of my experiences as well. I will also be doing my astrology on that channel because I think astrology is just really great for reflecting those themes. And the reason why I got into astrology towards the end of last year is because I felt called to review the themes, and upon researching the themes, I started to see that they were all lining up perfectly. So there's no question about what's kind of unfolding in reality. There's something quite beautiful taking off, and this is all on purpose. There's actually no surprise. The way it shows up in reality, of course, we can't predict it because we're co-creating it in the present moment, but it's pretty amazing what kind of themes, this being the year of the snake, this being the year of divine transformation for a lot of people. It's very easy to see that unfold in the astrology. And if you want to understand reading themes and getting a peek into the simulation and what's going on, then you can go ahead and check out that channel. I will also be doing more community posts on this channel, so go ahead and check that out. I will recommend some videos for you to watch or just share with you some of my findings that I've been tuning into as I've been going through this ascension process in my own life. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy some of the new content. I will continue to recommend it in the community section. If you ever want to know if I post a podcast, I usually do 1 or 2 a week. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Looks like I got around to making those oracle cards for you guys. So as I mentioned before, divine love is coming straight from source. It's coming straight from the divine. And divine love is what you are. So I'm really excited and looking forward to seeing what divine love messages want to come through for all of you. So here are the groups. Group number 1, you have the young girl who's sitting on the bench in the forest, and it looks like she's thinking and pondering. Group number 2, you have a young girl and a young boy who are in the boat, and it looks like they're about to embark on a very exciting adventure. And group number 3, you have the young lady who's sitting on the bus, and it looks like she's going out of town on vacation, on perhaps a short trip somewhere. And at her feet is a gramophone that she's listening to. Let us start your meditation. All right, here is the singing bow. Okay, I was seeing a pathway, if you want to know. For those of you who might want to know, I see a gorgeous pathway. All right, group number 1, if you chose this pink striations of the sorts and the golden heart, we're going to start with you. Hey, group number 1, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to go ahead and meditate first. I always like to start off with a bit of a blank canvas and see what wants to come through. And then we'll reveal your message, your song message. Okay. Very interesting. So I felt like I was seeing a rainbow, and then I was getting this energy of something fuzzy. Let me just double check to make sure this is in. Oh, that's the clarity? Okay. It's just the way that it looks. I was seeing something open up. It kept doing this. I was getting an emotion, open up, and it was connected to this energy of, I think, emotions, feelings, and a rainbow, and just feeling happy. But I was also getting this upward motion. Open up. Don't just open up. Open to the higher divine messages and light that wants to come to you. If I were to interpret this in terms of a divine love message meant for you, I feel like the universe, the guides and spirit is telling you that you are in the space of opening up, and you're revealing and you're experiencing this inner magic, and you're in this place where more of this inner magic is wanting to come out and wanting to be felt and experienced by you. Okay. So quick message, we don't have a crystal today, so we can move on to the song. Right. Oh, yeah, which one did you guys get? I don't even know. I shuffled them. I forgot. Okay, so you guys got, oh, right, nice. You guys got the first one. That was the first one I got on my playlist. You guys got Reverie by Justin Nozuka. And yes, I do recycle this. That's why you see notes behind it, which is so funny. I'm going to read you the lyrics. So Justin Nozuka is he's one of my favorite artists who I've stuck with for some time. And I've gone to his concert too. He really is how he seems. He really is just his authentic Canadian self. Yeah, really, it's so interesting. When I went to his concert, I actually felt, it wasn't like a envy. I just remember feeling inspired and feeling like I really want to do what he's doing, like really live the life that I want. And I want to feel free or untethered. And I had that just appreciation. He just seems so free in his artistic expression and the way that he lives his life. And he's such a talented artist. You know, I've heard his music playing in the mall. Like, I've heard his music everywhere. He's been a huge hit on the radio. He's on, I think, more contemporary adult channels because of his lyrics are so thoughtful, so kind. He's so talented. Okay, so Reverie by Justin Nozuka. This song gives me the energy of an acoustic dream. So you hear him playing the guitar, and then it just feels very dreamy. The title alone, I think, gives and reveals a lot. This is one of my favorite Justin Nozuka albums, which, why am I blanking out on what this album is? Okay, I'll just post it since I can't, I'm blanking out hard. But yeah, this album he has an album before this that was even one of my favorites too. It was more like meditative and experimental with sounds and mystical energies. I wouldn't be shocked if he had like Pisces or 12th house energy. But this album was more uplifting. You know, he has his, what do you call it, like emo energy where he gets like really deep into his emotions and emotional. And sometimes he writes about heartbreak and whatnot. But in this album, all of the songs were super uplifting and positive. There was a little bit of a heartbreak song. There was one who I'm forgetting what the name of the girl in the song is. But this song is called Reverie, and to me, it's this energy of this dreaminess. So here are the lyrics. Oh, Reverie, take me up to the open mind. It's hard to be with the weight on my mind. Silent pace, help me see On I stare, take it on, and it had me gone. I'm in the air, over the hills, reverie. Heavier on the upside, I saw it climb and watched it fall. When I'm here with you, old trees standing tall. I'm there, I'm leaving the times. From your well, from the wild, saw it rise to the sky. Okay, there we go. That was connected. From your well, from the wild, saw it rise to the sky, and then it fell. I get caught in the light of your spell. Let it roam, oh I see, reverie. Minds and scars take me up to the open mine. It's hard to be with the weight on my mind. I get stuck, travesty, cut my hair, had to lose and I didn't care. I couldn't bear, lost some sleep, but all daydream. Heavier on the upside, we make the climb and then we fall. Water be the roots and the cause of it all. Take me there, out of the room, in the air. I'd seen the path from birth and into ash, a wishing tree, high as the eye can see, rising ever constantly. Walk alone, I feel the feather on my feet. All around, the falling earth was silent. I saw her run, and then I saw her take off. How much further could I carry on? I could get lost inside a song. When I'm there, I'm not here at all. Ho, ho, ho. So I love Justin Azuka's lyrics. He is a straight channeler for sure, because his inspiration, it comes from all over the place. Whatever he wants to channel, whatever vibe he wants to go for, he knows how to do it with precision, honestly, the way that his messages come off. And he is a Virgo. He's a Virgo according to Vedic Astrology. So I think that makes for someone who's quite cerebral, but a good writer, someone who's inclined towards writing. So overall, those lyrics are quite long. Usually I run the lyrics on the video, but I might not for this one because I had to read the entire song. Might be a little too overwhelming. But it just had this energy of like flitting from one experience to the other and just going through this constant flow and transformation of life like a river. That's what it felt like. But it was very much this energy of daydream, right? Reverie is like daydream, remembering things, experiencing things. So I feel like Spirit is calling for you to experience the experience, like be there for the experience and the richness of life and whatever it wants to present itself. And things will start feeling very mystical. Maybe you're in this place right now where things are turning more mystical in your life and you're feeling like you need to stimulate. You're feeling less of a need to stimulate yourself to feel entertained. Instead, you're feeling called to just be with yourself, sit with yourself, perhaps sit in nature. There are so many references to nature. You're being called to sit in nature, embrace the magic of life, embrace the, spontaneity of life, and to just allow it all to come and unfold and unfurl and move through you and around you. So this feels like a very beautiful state of consciousness to be in, a very peaceful state of consciousness that Spirit is calling for you to be in, to embrace, to understand that you can access this. The wonder of life, experiencing it through this lens. And also, I think maybe some encouragement to spend some time in nature to feel a lot more connected and grounded. Beautiful. So that was your divine love message from Spirit. Let's go ahead and start pulling some cards for you guys and see what else wants to come through. Okay, I'm going to pull some of these. So I never talked about these, but these are my Van Gogh tarot cards. After I talked about them, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get some Van Gogh inspired cards. And the artist who created this, very talented. And I'm pretty sure he's one of the cards. I'm pretty sure he uses himself as a reference to draw these. Okay, so we got chariots. And we have the star. Okay, you're making progress, you're en route, you're moving towards the star. They want you to keep galloping towards your star, towards your destiny here, towards trust, towards hope, towards renewal, towards the beauty of experiencing life and seeing it for what it is. This star is very interesting. It reminds me of a star on a Christmas tree, and Christmas is very much a time of celebration. Whenever people put that star on the tree, they're very thoughtful about it. Whenever people decorate their trees, they're very thoughtful about it. And I feel like the universe and Spirit thoughtfully created you and designed you, and it designed your life so that you can have this beautiful experience. It wants you to know that you're intentionally where you are, you're in this body that you're meant to experience life through, because there's so much wonder that you can receive through this. And this is definitely taking me to this like portal energy or a key. You are the key to your own joy and to your own happiness. Okay, let's pull some more cards for you guys. Group number 1. Came out so funny. Okay, we have your Diana focused intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. There's that word again. High, expecting the best possible outcome. Yeah, no reason to feel bad other than to give yourself the permission to feel bad. So they want you to give yourself more of the permission to feel good, to feel excited, to feel inspired. To feel inspired by life, to feel inspired by who you are. Diana is the goddess of the hunt. She goes on the hunt for what she wants. She's focused, right, with those arrows. She's focused on what she wants. It also takes me to Purnavasu, which is also connected to arrows as well. And having this, direct intention and clarity for what it is that you're desiring for in life. Purnavasu is a balance between the mental and the emotional. Finding that balance between the mental and emotional, right? Using your divine logic and your intellect to guide you, while also letting your heart guide you too, to what you're feeling called to. So your spirit is definitely calling you towards your destiny. They're telling you you are on your way towards your destiny. You have put all of this work into co-creating this experience, and they want you to know that you're moving in direct alignment with your pathway. Okay. So divine love messages from Spirit. So funny. Oh my gosh, it's too much. 5 cards. Okay. I don't know if I want to use all of these. It's kind of crazy. We have the stone. We have the gem. I love that. I was talking about the star on the Christmas tree. I think that's quite fitting. We have the stone. Interesting. Stone, gem. We have here the king. Ooh, yes. We like that. Use royalty. Potent force. We have here the shaman and Thanatos. Or sorry, Thanatos. Not Thanatos from Marvel. Thanatos. All right, you guys got a lot of cards, so we won't be pulling any more oracle cards for you since you got a million. Okay, so let us pull out the book. Give me a minute. So let's go to the king. We have here the ruler, the commander, the emperor. If our lives are imagined as a kingdom containing the entire spectrum of human experience, the king presides over it all. Through the lens of the king, we assess the state of our land, make decisions, and rule accordingly. Therefore, the king must be thoroughly and regularly vetted so as to avoid corruption. Recognize the dual nature of the king. He is either seated in benevolence and strength, guiding you towards peace, or he is oppressing the weak out of a need to control. There is not much middle ground. Some think of the king as the ultimate expression of the ego. Yet great kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. They take their throne with grace and humility, knowing the divine uses them as a channel to heal deep and long-standing discrepancies in the kingdom. Yes, so you are here to serve in your kingdom. Universe is calling for you to serve. You're being called towards your destiny, which is to serve and to essentially be a shaman to people here. The magi, I think magi sounds better. The sorcerer and the medicine woman. 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study. The mentor. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed toward the healing of the self, the other, and the culture, the healer. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to leak into this world, the unseen. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time. Yet there is power there is shadow, so the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. Beautiful. So if you guys saw, I think by the time I post this, will have posted the Awakening with Shantia podcast episode number 5, where I talk about this, and actually all of these energies came out in that that message I wanted to be shared in that podcast. So that's very interesting. The common message I'm getting between these two is how it is easy for us to be corrupted by our own maybe power or light or seduction of lights, which takes me to Luciferic energy, can be quite seductive and take us really high. So you're needing to find that balance between the Luciferic and the Ahriman energies. And it's that perfect balance where you're able to be grounded here on earth and be of service. So it's almost like a daydream state where you're awake but asleep, or sleeping awake, I don't know. It's like a dreamy awake state, right? So that daydreaming energy and the reverie, it's this energy of being a portal between worlds and finding that balance with yourself and making sure you don't get too high on your ability to help and assist people, but you allow it to humble you and to understand why it's there. You know, I often find that if we don't use our powers wisely and we misuse it, we lose them. So by the very nature that it's created, and the universe will let you sort of self-destruct if you want to self-destruct, but ideally they want you to choose what's right, what feels right for you. Okay, let's read the stone. I honestly don't really know how to read Roman numerals that well just yet. I have to study them for a minute first before I understand it. So I'm trying to find the page and I'm like, okay, where are we? We're close. LXVI. LXVII. Okay. The eternal, the anchor, the rock. As an archetypal object, the stone holds psychic and literal weight. Its energy is one of permanence, correctedness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us, as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go, therefore it contains an ancient and eternal presence. The stone is best used to anchor our wild side. You know, that takes me to Everything, Anywhere, Always, Nothing. It's not Everything, Everywhere, Always, something like that. But that movie where they became stones in one of their lifetimes. They became rocks. And rocks see everything, right? And at some point we were, perhaps in our past lives, minerals. If we have any. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go, therefore it contains an ancient and eternal presence. The stone is used to anchor our wild side, there we go, it is about the groundedness in the tree. To anchor our wild sides, so no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone tethers us to earth, helping, and there it is, that word tether, okay, freaking me out a little bit. Tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace, which definitely that Justin Azuka album is very much about that. When this card appears, it is likely the stone is a remedy for what ails us. Humble and easily unnoticed, the power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. I feel like the stone is kind of fitting for Justin Azuka's personality too. So stay loyal, stay committed, and stay present with your pathway. You guys are doing a beautiful job. And I think nature is very beautiful for helping us to find that consistent balance with ourselves. The diamond, the gem, the diamond, the gold, the inner treasure. There are infinite names for the gem. It is also known as the jewel, the star, the talent, the gift, the gold, which also takes me to Chitra Nakshatra, which is in Libra and Virgo, which Justin Mazuka probably has. That's kind of freaky. The star, the talent, the gift, the gold. One thing for certain is that it is found deep within a substance that is very much unlike it. For example, a diamond in the rough. The gem always stands in contrast to its surroundings. You can't find it when you are among comforts and pleasantries. Precious stones. Oh, I wrote a song where I wrote that. Precious stones make something. Precious stones develop slowly in the earth amid pressure and darkness. Discovering the gem requires a descent beneath the surface where there is no definitive map. Yet the longing to touch the true gem within us is so strong that we cannot help but seek out its radiance. Your gem, like your destiny, is unlike any other in the entire world. Keep digging. All right, so they're just mirroring to me some of the things I already said. That's awesome. Okay, let's read Thanatos. And we have here death. Thanatos. You can see it. It's tempting to oversimplify death and I guess you could just say here, and sum it up as transformation, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is an ongoing and omnipresent, an internal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wing, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of living eventually with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. Oh my gosh, I heard that word the other day, annihilation. That's exactly what an awakening feels like. Annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. Oh, cool. Grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. Yes, it's taking me straight to when people have witnessed war. When you've witnessed war, when you've witnessed violence, you're forever changed. You remember what it was like, and it humbles you and it sobers you, right? And also keeps you from getting too caught up in your ego. So it's good for us to see the darkness of life because it keeps us from being overly indulgent with our own desires, preferences, self-absorption, or vanity. Because we've seen people struggle. Now we've developed deeper compassion within ourselves. So you guys are going through this very intense, profound transformation in your life with this star energy, right? This is the transformation of a lifetime. And it's such a blessing because many people are not able to yet wake up just yet, but you are going to help them. You're going to help them find their way. Let's go ahead and roll the dice and end your reading. Group number 1. We got 4. 4th house, Pluto, transformation in Capricorn. Okay. So Pluto is in Capricorn right now. So some of you, if you're a Libra, actually Chitra ascendant, then you might have Pluto in your 4th house in Capricorn right now. It's currently in Uttara Ashada, which is about overcoming obstacles. So right now, you're overcoming the webs in your head, right? The webs in your head, the obstacles in your head about limiting beliefs about what's possible and what is not possible. You're learning how to overcome those limiting beliefs, overcome those obstacles. Uttara Ashada is also connected to Ganesh, the remover of obstacles. So by facing the fear psychologically, you're removing the obstacle. And it doesn't have to necessarily manifest into this bigger problem in life. Universe just presents you with temporary problems that help you to clear the inner webs. And that's what you're going through right now. So embrace this beautiful transformation. You guys are doing a beautiful job. You guys are powerful. You are gaining power. You are gaining psychological, mental, spiritual, emotional strength from going through what you're going through right now. And you will have built up these muscles to hold up a powerful new foundation for yourself that's going to create a strong and sturdy, beautiful life for yourself. Okay, I can hear the neighbor's dog, so let's go ahead and end this. Bye, guys. Hi, beautiful souls. Group number 2, welcome to your reading. So if you guys chose this beautiful yellow golden heart here, then this is going to be the reading for you. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and meditate, see whatever wants to come through first, and then we'll uncover your song message, divine love song message from Spirit, and then we'll pull cards and proceed forward with the rest of your reading. Okay, let's see what wants to come through for you guys. All right, they're showing me a 4. So foundation, strength, strong, sturdy, stable. And then they were showing me a pyramid. So the 4 turned into a pyramid, like a triangle. So you are in this space right now where spirit is really calling for you to ground your energy to the best of your ability. And the more that you are grounded, so find time to be present in this world, in this reality. Feel your body, be in your body, be in nature, connect to nature, ground, 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 ground. This is a time where grounding is very vital because you're receiving some beautiful downloads and upgrades, but it's happening at a very rapid pace, which means that perhaps you are feeling sometimes disconnected from reality, and it may throw you off kilter. And the only way you can find yourself back on kilter is if you are grounding. Meditation, connecting to your body, being in nature. These are some of the simple ways that you can embrace grounding. Find some other methods that are also great for you as well. So that's the first message I wanted to come through. Song message for you guys is awesome. So it came out in order. I shuffled them, but it's so funny. I didn't know what colors were with what messages, and that was the second song that came up. So you guys got For Once in My Life by Stevie Wonder. Here are the lyrics. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me, someone I've needed so long. For once, unafraid, I can go where life leads me. Somehow, I know I'll be strong. For once, I can touch what my heart used to dream of long before I knew. Oh, someone warm like you would make my dreams come true. Yeah. For once in my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. For once, I have something I know won't desert me. I'm not alone anymore. For once, I can say, this is mine. You can't take it. As long as I know I have love, I can make it. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. Hey. Ooh, I'm in love, baby. Okay, and then it repeats. All right, I don't think they are talking about, we are way too advanced on this channel to think that this is just about the romantic facade of love, though, you know, he's probably referencing that. This is something that you found inside of yourself. Now, obviously, the more you connect with divine love within yourself, the more you attract it to you. You attract this connection to you. So it looks like you found something inside you that made you feel so connected to your being, your presence, and to life, and to everything. And you're finding more and more of this connection. And as you're establishing this connection to everything, you are feeling so much more revitalized with life, excited, optimistic about every moment, every day. Perhaps not every moment, but many moments in your day. You're feeling more optimistic in life. You're in this place where you're overcoming the sorrow and the difficulty of certain situations that have been very challenging for you. But now you're starting to feel this warmth. You're starting to feel that your dreams are more obtainable. And before we can obtain our dreams and the dream experience and the dream life, we have to feel the dream within ourselves first. We have to co-create it from the inside out. So, yeah, I would say the need can sometimes connect it to attachment, which causes actually misery. But maybe you're finding that thing within yourself that you needed to connect to, and now you're giving yourself permission to connect to it. So you are being called into this space of feeling very renewed, very optimistic, very excited, fearless, unafraid. So I would encourage you guys to go over all of these beautiful lyrics or listen to this song. It's such a beautiful, uplifting song written by, I don't know if he wrote it. He's written many songs, but by Stevie Wonder, released in 1968. Time for your dreams to come true. You know this. You are the dream. This is mine. You can't take it. What's that thing that no one can take from you? So it's not a person, because that can go in and out of your life. It's something that cannot be taken away from you. All right, let's go ahead and start pulling some cards for you guys and see what else Spirit What the beautiful divine love messages Spirit would love to communicate to you, group number 2. Okay. So we have here the Lovers. You guys got a love song and you guys have the Lovers. So definitely one message that's coming through is you are divinely orchestrated and promised to connect with someone here who is your equal, who is your mirror, like no other mirror on this earth. Someone who you're going to create with. These people look like they're playing a board game. I don't know what that is, but they look like they're playing a board game. They look like they're creating their life together. They're dreaming together and they're creating together. And they look so focused on what it is that they're creating, as if they just know how to partner up together, how to be in sync with one another. So for sure, divine love message coming through for this group is there's someone who is divinely connected to you, a divine connection out there for you. Someone who you're meant to share a life with, an experience with. Okay. We got her Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. So with the Lover's energy, that could be Gemini, Queen of Swords. I don't know what her air sign is, which zodiac, but let's just say she's connected to all the air here. Queen of Swords is about mental strength, right? The song was talking about feeling strong. And the difficulties you've gone through have made you strong, but now you're not feeling alone as much because you're being reprogrammed with these loving messages that are coming through. Spirit is showing and sharing with you divine love messages. They're helping you to divinely align with divine thoughts, the divine inspiration, the divine download, the divine mind of God. They're showing you how to think. This woman looks fearless. She looks undefensive, actually, with the swords held out. She looks a little bit like the Statue of Liberty, which is taking me to freedom. So you're finding your freedom. You're feeling more mentally free, mentally carefree, to live your life, be with who you want to be, do what you want to do. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards for you guys and see what else wants to come through. So we have here Elmora, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of love and protection. You are divinely protected. You are divinely protected, untouchable, untouchable. And you have built up this divine protection through your co-creative relationship with Spirit, through your awakening presence. The more you focus on, right here with the focus, the Queen of Swords, the more you focus on your awakening and being your true self, the more things just align for you in life and you don't have to worry. The less you have to worry, actually. The more you wake up, the less you have to worry. The less problems seem to disappear. In fact, the problems are no longer problems. They're interesting opportunities. Just like when Eckhart Tolle found out he had cancer. When he found out he had cancer, he just went quiet and he became more present. He let it go. And he had some sort of surgery, and I think that helped them to remove it, the infected organ that was infected with cancer. And he moved on with his life. He saw it as an opportunity to become more present. So the opportunity is not to fix it. Whatever's showing up in your life, don't try to fix it. Become more present. It's your presence cannot be taken away from you. The more present and presence you bring to your experience, the problems are of yesteryear. Become present. That is your superpower. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else wants to come through. Oh man, that was a lot. It's really hard to shuffle these because I'm like, I just want one. Ah, we finally got just one. We got the animal. All right. The animal looks like a beautiful wolf eye. think Spirit is definitely encouraging for you to follow your intuitive primal instincts, to roam the land. Okay, let's go ahead and look up what's on the book, or in the book. We have the beast, the wild one, the she-wolf. Woohoo, she-wolf. We are mammals. The hair on our chest and between our legs reminds us so. We try hard to deny our unrefined animalistic nature, yet through this archetype, we tap into power and direction. Activating the animal within means reawakening our relationship to nature in the most broad and embodied sense. Drinking from waterfalls, roaring at the moon, opening eyes underwater, eating berries from the vine. The life force of our planet begs us to set down the devices, the constraints, and the social constructs and remember the warm blood that pulses through our veins. The animal longs for the breath, food, procreation, and physicality. It wants soil under our nails and starlight in our skin. Starlight, yeah, okay. If this all sounds terribly unsophisticated to you, take note that it is said that when Buddha became enlightened, he roared like the great lion. Beautiful. And I was just watching a video from Eckhart Tolle talking about how, if you're not experiencing an abundance of material things, why don't you welcome the abundance of life itself, of nature itself, that is always available to you and it is always abundant. So connect with nature, get in there, get your hands in the dirt. They are definitely calling you towards that. But nature is calling to you. The outdoors are calling to you, group number 2. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through for you guys. No freaking way. Abundance. And you guys are group number 2. That's perfect. Goddess of abundance, divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. Yes, you are unlocking the key to abundance. Here, it's your abundant connection to all that is and all that exists, and honestly, the simple things. Appreciating the simple things in your life. That's what actually the Pentacles do very well, is appreciating the simple things. And that's how they're able to probably, perhaps sometimes accumulate quite a bit of wealth in their life. Abundance. So I love the word, let me thrive. Let me thrive. I feel like the wolf most certainly thrives outside in the outdoors in nature. And in fact, I was watching some shorts the other day with this wolf. It was this guy, he had like a wolf farm of some sort where he helped, wolves to thrive and take care of themselves and rejuvenate and whatnot. And yeah, they're just beautiful, majestic creatures living off of the land, and you are a beautiful, majestic creature. They're showing you how your primal nature actually helps you to feel so much more connected to yourself and everyone else and everything else. And this is where you can find the key to your joy and the key to your happiness. Okay, let's pull a couple more cards here for you guys. We're kind of getting through your reading a little faster because the other group had like a ton of oracle cards that popped out. So we got 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Okay, we were just talking about the Pentacles. We were talking about money abundance. Okay, whatever's going around when it comes to your financial situation, it's because you're going through a karmic lesson. The lesson of awakening is to connect with the abundance of nature. Don't worry about, you will always have what you need to thrive, to survive, to take care of yourself. But it may not sometimes come at the pace that you're wanting or in the way that you're wanting, but you have everything that you need every moment of the day. You always have what you need. So as opposed to feeling alone or feeling this lack mentality, connect to your presence. That's what they're telling you to do. Forget what's going on in the physical world as far as what your ego wants and is attached to. Let it fall away. You are about to free yourself and liberate yourself from the system. That's what you're doing. You're creating a powerful, I was saying 4 with this 4 of Pentacles, powerful foundation, strong, created from your authentic existence of how you're meant to be, unshakable. All right, let's close out your reading, group number 2. We got here North Node in Virgo in the 7th house. Very nice. Okay. North Node Virgo in the 7th house. That would make a Pisces ascendant. Some of you might be Pisces ascendant. So Ketu is actually in Virgo right now, not Rahu. But they are definitely asking you, again, to create that strong foundation. 6th house, Virgo energy is about creating a strong, powerful foundation. This is about being set in your routine. Create a healthy routine for yourself. What you eat, how you sleep, the basics. Take care of the basics, and you shall be taken care of. Take care of yourself, and you will be taken care of. So Rahu and Virgo, creating that power foundation, a healthy routine for yourself that keeps you really nice and balanced. And Virgo is also connected to being of service to humanity, giving of yourself in a very healthy way. This is also healing energy. We have here 7th house, which creates connections. So perhaps you're also being divinely connected to people who can relate to this person is your mirror. So they will be able to understand exactly what you've gone through because this is a destined connection. Destined connection. They will be able to understand what you're going through. And sharing this with you, you guys share a similar destiny. Looks like you share a destiny with your divine counterpart, your divine connection here as well. 7th house can also be about the mind and finding balance within our mind. And the way that we create stability or balance within our mind is to connect to our stability and to ground. There's that message coming through. That's going to be the end of your message, your divine love messages for you, group number 2, stumbling over these words. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this blue with a golden heart, then this is going to be the reading for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and see what wants to come through first, and then I will reveal the channeled song here, and then I will pull some oracle cards for you. All right, let's go ahead and get started. See what wants to come through from Spirit. Okay. I feel like I was seeing a stethoscope. I don't even know how to say it. I feel like I'm making up a word right now. But whatever the original version of the record player was, where it had like a I don't know what it was called, something. Like a microphone, speaker. But it's designed like a horn. So I was seeing that, and I was seeing a little stool. And then also I was getting this energy of receiving light. Okay, you get some powerful messages. Like Spirit is communicating to you through, it's funny that we're doing channeled songs, but they're communicating to you through songs or through a song like poems in your heart. There's like poems, words, they're singing to you. And I'm just seeing someone sit on the stool and they're just receiving, they're listening to the music. So it's time to continuously listen, but the horn thing was huge. So there's powerful messages, prominent, powerful messages, life-changing messages that are coming through right now that are going to shift your mindset. And they're going to shift your state of existence, your state of consciousness. As you sit and you receive the sound, I feel like this is the song of your life. The more you embrace the song of your life, this is the song of your life. The more you embrace it, this is the song of your life. This will create continuous peace because this song will be playing on repeat in your head continuously as you go about your day. They're teaching you the song. They're showing you the song. Yeah, it's very magical, abstract kind of thing. And I might have fun actually creating a design with this and perhaps graphic designing something like this. But yeah, I'm seeing someone just sit and listen to I don't know, it's a record song, but it's a pure song, the pure song of life. And they're resonating with it so powerfully. It's helping them to feel so at peace with themselves. Very beautiful. Okay, so you guys got, well, I don't know why I'm clicking because you guys got an EDM song. It's called Daydream. Hey, group number 3, I'm back to finish this reading. So I just had to take a little break. So the song that you guys got was Daydreaming by Marion. And Marion is one of my favorite, what do you call it? He's future garage EDM artists. So he's a future garage EDM artist, and I used one of his songs for my short. Excuse me, my throat is a little, and I don't have my water with me right now. But the short I created was about the karmic ties, and his song was called Mind Flowers. So in the song, Marion, I don't know if it's Marion, I'm probably saying it wrong. It's probably Marion or something like that, something fancy. But his music is always so like optimistic, fun. It's always got this like little bit of beat and a build up. He likes to do the crescendo thing where he does like a build up of energy. And there's always wonder. He likes to do a lot of references to nature for his album covers. So for the daydreaming, what Spirit is sending to you when it comes to divine love messages is that in your daydreaming, you are receiving messages. And was this a group? Yeah, I saw the music, right? Sorry guys, it's been like 40 minutes since I was doing your reading earlier, so I'm trying to remember what I said. But this is about listening to the music, and he's a music artist who conveys and connects to, and he channels all these beautiful energies of life, of just experiencing life. And I feel like he must have some sort of awareness of mindfulness and self-awareness, because he has that song Mind Flowers, and a lot of his songs seem to be about this meditative state. So during this time, Divine is sending you additional love messages during your meditative states. And it's during these meditative states that you're going to receive some beautiful, profound knowledge that is going to help you to dream up your life, because we're living a dream. And life becomes a dream the more that we embrace that, the more that we understand it as such. We're dreaming all of this up. And the divine has a destined dream for you to co-create with it in the day-to-day moment. It wants you to co-create this experience with them every day. And so your part is to find time in your day to daydream, to open your mind, open your heart to ideas and concepts and whatever wants to come through to you. So I just did a channeled message not too long ago talking about how this is a time when Divine is sending us really powerful messages, and this is a really good time to bring out your journal and to just write, to see whatever wants to come through, and to review it. Like by the end of the day, just see whatever messages, ideas, or concepts are coming through, or you can just sit with it and have a dialogue, right? In this daydreaming state, you're creating a dialogue with Spirit, with Source. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some cards for you guys and see what else wants to come through. So funny how from pile 1 to this pile, my hair just gets bigger and bigger. I love it though. Beautiful. So you guys got the moon, and I think that's very fitting for the daydreaming. So there's a reprogramming of your subconscious mind that's happening, and what Spirit is doing is it's filling it up with these dreams. It's filling it up with beautiful things. You know, the moon is very receptive. It's receiving the light. It's receiving the energy of Source. So this is the time to receive, take it all in. I think Van Gogh was very much, he had that daydreaming energy down very well. He had tons of planets in Pisces. And I feel like he was always painting what he was experiencing in his subconscious mind is this dream state, and how like life is in a way a hallucination. You might be feeling also powerfully like messages are coming through to you during the night or when the moon is up in the sky. We have here 3 wands. Yeah, so again about this expansiveness. So you guys, this group is going through a very beautiful, powerful expansiveness in your life right now, where you're receiving maybe some signs or symbols that are showing you the way, or they're showing you the keys or the secrets to how things operate, or the key to unlocking your consciousness or unlocking your subconscious mind here. unlocking the dream that's stored in you. There's a dream state they're trying to help you to access. There's a dream and a state of consciousness they're helping you to access, and it's in that state you will find peace, you will find rest. And they're showing you how to do it, little by little. So just trust them to continuously guide you. Okay, we have here Ascension. That's very fitting. We have Charity, Kali Ma facing your fear, Charity, Prayer, Contemplation. Freya phases and cycles, and Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Okay, so you're in this transition space where spiritual support and connections are increasing. I can keep these cards here. I don't know that I want to go through. That was a lot of cards that came out. Usually when I have that many cards that come out, I'm not the biggest fan. But we have a moon here behind Freya. Behind Freya, phases and cycles. So the moon, the moon has phases and has cycles. And every month there's a new moon and there is a full moon. That is a representation of waning energy or waxing energy. And we're shifting in and out of these different states. So perhaps what you're learning how to do is you're learning how to flow in and out of these different phases and cycles of the subtleties of life, like very subtle shifts that are happening on the day-to-day basis. And essentially what you're opening yourself up to do is you're emptying yourself up so you are this beautiful receptive vessel that just knows what to say, where to go, what to do, without having to think about where to go, what to say, or what to do. You're just doing it. You're walking, breathing source, essentially. With the Surface Bay Ascension, it says here, move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. Yeah. Very in alignment with that podcast episode I did. So move into your true self. This is the time for you to embrace your true self, which is empowered, which is confident, which is clear in its purpose, which knows it's here to exist for the sake of existing. And it knows how to do that very well. Consciousness knows how to exist. It just does. Think about the trees outside. They just know how to exist. They know what they are, why they're here. They just exist. So you are learning how to become that stable force here on the earth. And I guess what I'm picking up here is as we're birthing the new earth, we're becoming the earth. We're becoming like it, likened to it, like a tree. So you're going through a beautiful ascension. As you're rising up, spiritual support is showing up, and you're shifting into a new phase, a new cycle of your life. Illusions are being revealed, right? The moon is the illusions. It's the matrix, right? It's the dream. Illusions are being revealed. Abundance. So there's always obstacles when it comes to abundance and the physical limitation, the physical illusion limitation of the world. But this physical limitation has to show up for us to learn how to cultivate inner discipline with ourselves. It just has to go hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. So the less things show up for you in the physical, the more they are showing you up, showing that you are showing up for yourself. They want you to show up for yourself in the spiritual. So the less things show up for you in the physical, the more they're encouraging you to lean on the mystical aspect of your nature while remaining very grounded. So it's like being this beautiful apparition of, I know that's a ghost, but being this beautiful apparition of source, yet existing in a human body. You got Radha's Soul Flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experiencing relationship harmony and healing. Yes, you're cultivating a powerful, beautiful, and harmonizing relationship with yourself that involves you coming in tune to yourself and healing. Radha actually is connected to Vishaka, which is in Libra and Scorpio. And Anuradha is in Scorpio. So this is about the purification process that you're going through. And Radha, subsequent success, is Radha about success? Something like that. I'm blanking out right now. But yeah, you are here to be a success in and of yourself, a purification success. This is a time to pray, to contemplate, to receive, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. All your needs are being taken care of. All your needs are being taken care of during this time. align with that, tune into that, trust in that. You're in this place perhaps where you're facing fears. If you're facing your fears, Kali Ma is here to help you, assist you, and show you how to face these fears. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. Okay, I'll leave that on top, and we'll pull a card from this archetype deck from Kim Crayons. Oh, oh my god, that was crazy. Let me shuffle again. That was like half the deck. Okay. I'm getting all kind of things. Ooh, there's a beautiful message that wants to come through that's referencing the shadow. So the moon to me is definitely the shadow energy. We got the kiss and we have the nectar. Beautiful. So you're learning how to face your shadow right now. You're learning how to face your shadow. You're learning how to integrate it. You're learning how to embrace your shadow. And through our embracing of our shadow, we're able to stay humble in life. This is when we have to face our shadow. We have to face obstacles in life that bring up shadowy responses or difficult or challenging reactions in our body. And this helps us to develop compassion. So without the shadow and the moon energy and the illusions and the fear that we're having to deal with, we wouldn't have compassion. We wouldn't have a heart. This is how you learn how to feel, is through difficult and challenging experiences. And as you face your shadow, I feel like this kiss, we got a little bit of a crescent moon here and got a crescent moon here. I feel like the kiss is a coming together of energies and experiences. I will go ahead and look that up. Maybe someone wants to kiss you, but I feel like you're receiving the kiss. You know, even the nectar can be like the sweetness. A kiss is like a sweet gesture. You're receiving this kiss from life. Life is kissing you back and showing you it loves you and it supports you. It supports you. And we'll read more on all of these. The nectar is the sweetness of life. You're learning what is the sweetness of life. It's the experience we're having. It's the experience we're co-creating within ourselves. That is the nectar. Yeah, and I feel like I'm seeing two hands here, so it looks like an embrace here. We also have two energies come together. A lot of duality here. So perhaps you're also finding a balance with your duality. And yeah, this is making me think of like a stolen kiss during nighttime. I was looking at the people in this one earlier and I was like, oh, there's just something about this like secretive behind the scenes energy of something building up and percolating, right? It's like a stolen kiss. We got the light and the shadow and the diamond, and diamond takes me to purification here. All right, let's look at the book and see what other messages want to come through for you guys. Group number 3. All right. The touch, the chemistry, the sex. It says it in the book, okay? Before a first kiss, the air is electrified. Each breath is alive with the possibility and magic. What will their lips be like? Their tongue? Do they want me in return? Okay. Starting to sound like a romance novel here. The archetypal energy of the kiss is a heightened sensation of merging with other, of letting in what was moments ago separate to become one. It is risky but beautiful business. These moments of forever changes as we move past the solitary self towards union and acceptance. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. When the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching. Experience as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart. Oh, that's crazy. Do I channel or do I channel? Yes, it's beautiful. So you're coming into, there's a divine union that's happening inside of you. This is a divine message that Spirit is offering to you, is that you are coming into a divine union within yourself. Very beautiful. Things are coming together. All right. Let's look at the shadow next. Roman numerals. Guys, I don't know Roman numerals like that, so I'm just kind of like guesstimating. Takes me a little longer to find it. Okay. The unspeakable, the unwelcome, the denied. Although every card in the archetypes deck has a shadow potential, this card asks you to delve into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it's typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves in the world, we begin to separate from the whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and the content of our shadow, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appears, it is time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. When the mind responds with no, anything but that, you are touching shadow. Find support for this deep inner work and move forward. Move toward the shadow with patience and compassion. Did I channel that? Never read that, guys. Never read that. Channel that. Yeah, that's really beautiful. The shadow is the parts of ourselves that we often want to avoid and we don't want to face, but that's the part of ourselves that holds the key or the secret to the nectar that we're wanting to experience in life. All right. Had to make space on my... I'm recording so many videos at a rapid pace, and I don't know, either crazy or just creative. Crazy or creative. You choose. Okay, so we're about to read on the nectar, and I had the page, and I gotta find it again. All right. Oh, keep skipping it. The nectar, the medicine, the auxiliary, the garden. Also, I heard the sound of music. That was one of my favorite songs to play in band, actually. I remember I had like a flashback. I was like, dang, I forgot about that memory. But it's just such a joyful, liberating song, the sound of music. The medicine, the auxiliary, the garden. In Hindu mythology, there is a miraculous substance known as amrit or nectar that contains infinite healing power. This golden nectar or sacred auxiliary is the drink of immortality, and like its sister substance, soma, is known to activate subtle, intelligent forces that ease the mind, body, and spirit. Through esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent, heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life. The nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in subtle form that may be overlooking. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. Don't underestimate its remedy. It is said when someone has activated the substance within, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. Ooh, glowing, relaxed, subtle illumination. That's what's happening to you. So you guys are illuminating from inside out. And I would recommend you watch Inside Out 1 and 2. And to also get outside and be in nature as well. There's definitely a beautiful emphasis about connecting to nature here, the garden of life. And the garden, I also like to think of it as a metaphor for our mind or just ourselves. We need to tend to our garden. And I feel like the more you tend to your garden, the more you tune into this magic, infinite healing power, nectar of life. All right, let's go ahead and close out your guys' reading. This was really fun. We have here, just tumbled. You guys got moon. No freaking way. I gotta do that every time it just lands like that. So we got moon in the 11th house in Cancer. So we got subconscious, we got emotions, we got feelings, receptivity. 11th house is connected to our desires, our dreams, our fulfillment, the seeds of our labor. Also humanity, connection. Like there's a sort of superficial definition of the 11th house, and then there's more of an authentic expression of what the 11th house can offer us. And the 11th house offers us this ability to connect or give back to people. You know, I see this as the house of, you know, when you've mastered wealth or you've mastered some sort of success in your ability to achieve something or just be successful in life, then you give back. You pay it forward. So 11th house is the house of paying it forward. So with moon in Cancer, you are in this space right now where you are receiving, you're receiving those beautiful insights and messages. You are the receiver. You are the antenna. You're taking it all in. And as you are taking it all in, it is developing you into this caring essence that people are drawn to you. I'm getting taken to the mother archetype. You know, moon in Cancer is very much mother archetype. You are the safe haven for others. As you learn how to become more of the safe haven for yourself, you become the safe haven for others. Okay, I'm going to pull some clarifiers for that moon Cancer in the 11th house, and then we will conclude your reading. So we have here, yes, the Garden. We have the King of Swords, we have the Page of Swords. So you're receiving the messages, you are in the space of learning, right? We have potential and we have the King. Potential and the King. So you have the potential to become the King of Swords. You're in the process of transitioning from Page to King. And how can someone go through such a dramatic shift in their life? The only way a person does a 180 is to go through an awakening, to go through a transformation. There's no other way to go from Page to King, to get this huge promotion, unless you allow a transformation, a spontaneous spiritual transformation to happen from inside of you, from within. So you're going through a very powerful spiritual transformation. I was talking about the antenna, you know, swords are antennas. That's the antenna energy. This is about being receptive. You're receiving collective truths. You're receiving the collective truths. You're understanding, how do we think? How do we operate? How do I find my peace? This is the time to listen. How do I find my peace? How do I create my peace? I master this and I master this. If I master my own instrument, nothing can bother me. Wherever I go, I will be attuned and connected to my heart. I feel like there's one more message that wants to come through. Let me just look into this for you guys. Pure love, spiritual love, and we have here 5 of Swords. Okay. This is a time where you're also working on forgiveness, and what's helping you to forgive is to change, reprogram how you're talking to yourself. You know, this might be a time where challenges are showing up, right, with the Ascension here. And the shadow work that you're having to do, very much King of Swords, and what he does very well is shadow work. The shadow work is necessary, and you're going to fight with yourself at times. And I want you to, it's about, again, reacting. So it's not about, oh, I shouldn't react. If you react, bring love to the equation, bring love to the table. Forgive. Be forgiving. Okay, I reacted. Okay, I got really angry. Okay, I got really upset. Or, okay, I'm feeling upset. It's about developing space and holding space for you to have these emotions, not labeling them as right or wrong. Hold space for every emotion. Create more space. So I'm also saying, like, in a tight space, let's say there's a tiny balloon and there's a word floating in it. And let's say the word is failure or something in this tiny balloon. The more air that balloon receives, the bigger it gets. And the more the word failure has to, like, move around. So now suddenly it doesn't seem like failure is taking up the space of this balloon. Now all of a sudden there's a lot more room for all of the types of other words to come through. And it looks like now the failure, the insecurity of the word failure is becoming smaller and smaller. So you're learning how to sit in your own storm And so the universe is trying to show you, it's trying to test you, it's trying to put obstacles in front of you because it wants to see how you will handle it. How are you going to handle this? What do you do? And you got to lean on your intuitive mechanisms. Your intuitive mechanism, your sixth sense, is the only thing that can guide you here and can show you the way. It can show you what to do so that failure doesn't become it's not so intimidating anymore. Now it's so tiny. So you're learning how to create space, hold space, expand so that you're not thinking so small and so tiny. Make space for insecurity. Like, make space to let it breathe. Soothe yourself. Become the unconditional loving parent to yourself as you're going through this process. Be the healing aid for yourself. Soothe yourself. Don't punish yourself. Try not to punish yourself. Try not to beat yourself down. What is beating yourself down going to accomplish when you're having moments where you're not feeling so great? Don't beat yourself up. You're just, you're having experiences. You have thoughts. So this is about learning how to embrace it with love, surround it with love and appreciation and acceptance, and find the beauty in it. All right, that's the end of your reading here, group number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit the like to support, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.